Welcome to one of history's most enigmatic tales, a story that blends reality, imagination, and perhaps even time travel. Today, we uncover the extraordinary events experienced by Charlotte and Moberly and Eleanor Jourdain, two women who claim to have stepped back into the 18th century while visiting Versailles. What really happened that day in 1901? Let's explore the evidence, the theories, and the lingering mystery. Before diving into their strange experience, let's meet the protagonists. Charlotte and Moberly was an accomplished academic, the first principal of St. Hugh's College, Oxford. Eleanor Jourdain was her assistant principal and a scholar in her own right. Both women were rational, educated, and had no history of fanciful storytelling. They were not ghost hunters, nor were they seeking a paranormal experience. They were merely tourists, two intellectuals exploring the grounds of one of France's most famous landmarks. Their adventure began on a warm August day in 1901. As they walked toward the Petit Trianon, they claimed to have felt an oppressive, eerie atmosphere. The path seemed deserted, yet they soon encountered figures who would transport them into another time. They later described these individuals as being oddly silent, with stiff, unnatural movements, almost like actors in a historical tableau. Was this a classic case of a time slip? Time slips are reported phenomena where people claim to momentarily experience the past as though it's their present. But what could cause such an event? There's no scientific evidence for time slips, but some theorize they could be glitches in the fabric of time, tied to places with strong emotional or historical resonance. Critics argue the incident could be explained by psychological factors. Shared hallucinations, while rare, are not impossible. Could Moberly and Jourdain's close friendship and shared expectations have influenced their perceptions? Our minds are wired to fill in gaps in perception. If two people share similar expectations, they might interpret ambiguous stimuli in the same way, creating a shared illusion. Versailles itself has long been associated with ghost stories and strange happenings. Built in the 17th century, the palace has witnessed centuries of opulence, intrigue, and tragedy. Could these emotional imprints explain what Moberly and Jourdain experienced? In 1911, Moberly and Jourdain published their account in a book titled An Adventure. While it gained attention, it also drew criticism and ridicule. Despite the backlash, the women stood by their story until their deaths. Were they mistaken, or were they brave enough to share an unbelievable truth? Some theorists propose a simpler explanation. The women may have wandered into a historical reenactment or stumbled upon actors preparing for a play. However, no records of such events exist from that day. Over a century later, the path to the Petit Trianon remains a place of intrigue. Visitors retrace the steps of Moberly and Jourdain, hoping to experience a similar phenomenon. But so far, no one has been able to replicate their journey. The Moberly-Jourdain incident raises more questions than it answers. Was it a time slip, a shared hallucination, or something else entirely? Perhaps the truth lies in a realm we have yet to understand. History is full of mysteries, and the Moberly-Jourdain incident is a reminder of how much we still don't know about our world, and perhaps, our universe. Until next time, keep questioning the unknown.